I'm sitting with Michael Nelson, and Michael Nelson is owner of Cogent Consulting. And Michael, you have another business as well. What is that business?
Hey, Steve. I have a couple partners, and we do essentially the same thing as I do with Cogent, and that business is called Centripetal Network Consulting. And the focus of that tends to be, I guess, on a larger scale, although both have the focus of increasing business valuation for our clients through strategic digital marketing.
Okay. And you're basically a business consultant. You go in and you help people run their businesses better. Is that correct?
It's a sort of hybrid. We're coaches, consultants. What we tend not to do is be implementers. So
I
that's
see.
probably a fair assessment.
Okay. I have a follower by the name of Brian, and he wrote to me the other day, and he's got a business that he's selling product online. And he has suppliers, he has the money in order to do it small scale, but he wants to build the business. And his question was, should he put together a business model or a business plan? Would you please explain to me and my audience the difference between a business model and a business plan?
Sure. And first off, Steve, my hat's off to Brian for asking that question. It's the ideal question to have at the beginning of a business. And so, with that, in my mind, and understand that you'll find as many different opinions on this as there will people that will talk about it, is a business plan is put together primarily to get investment in your business. So your business plan is something you're going to take to the bank, you're going to take to an angel investor, a VC, or you might be taking it to friends and family to show them that you have this business, and you're looking at describing your business, you're describing your clients, what the product is, the problems you're solving, and there's an intense view on the finances. What are our costs? What do we expect to have in terms of revenue? When do we break even? If you're looking for an investment, how much? When will you break even with that investment? What will you do with that investment? So it really becomes a document that's intended to help a company get some funding and then tell the story of what it will do with that funding. And a business model describes how you as a business create value for your customers. It looks at the key components of your business and shoves everything else to the side and focuses just on what do you need to do to deliver that value to who, what are the costs, what are the revenue, who are your partners, suppliers, etc. And for me, the business model is much more adaptable. It's a live, I hate to use that, it's so abused, but it's a live piece of your business. You can leave it on the wall, you can make a poster out of it. It's easy to change and adapt and stay focused as a business, all of your teams, all of your component pieces that you have, so you can show it to your suppliers, for instance, so they see if there's a challenge in explaining what you do, and it helps your messaging. So there's my long-winded explanation.
Okay.
What I see as the differences.
Well, one of the questions that I have, and I'm sure all the people that are watching this, my target market happens to be very small business owners, single entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, they're called now. And how does this work? Is it important for a solo entrepreneur to put something like this together?
I think perhaps even a bit more critical for the solopreneur to have a business model. For a solopreneur to have a business plan means they essentially are going to stop working or spend all of their nights and weekends for a big period of time putting together a business plan. A business model, on the other hand, for instance, you can't see it, but an entire wall of my office is nothing but whiteboard. And I'll stand up and start whiteboarding either our pivots that we're going to make or our clients, and I can very quickly look at a business model and start to envision how it's going to work, where the challenge areas might be, where we might need to pivot, and most importantly, where we need more information so that we can test a hypothesis and prove it so that we know it will work.
Well, Michael, I feel like we could probably talk about this all day long. It's that important, and it's a very deep subject that needs to be looked at more. I'd like to have you back at a different time and talk more about that. Would you be okay with that?
Hey, I'd love to.
Okay. Michael, thank you so much. I appreciate you spending time with greatbusinesscontent.com.
My pleasure, Steve, and I love your business model in the way that you go about helping people and answering their questions. I think that's fantastic.
Well, thank you very much.